All right, Shalom. So let's start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that we will, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is why rappers stop writing the punch in method, right? And we know that the whole rap industry, the whole Hollywood is evil, of the devil. Yeah, taking them worshiping Satan and pushing that vibration out upon the people. And that's why that's what's gonna lead to their destruction. But, if you claiming to be a man of the Lord and a woman of the Lord, you have to know these things. You have to, as far as the men, have to teach these things to the brethren and the rest of your nation. And you sisters have to live by it and teach the women. You can't get on the internet and teach the men and teach like how they would what they would do in the church, what they call the women evangelists. No, the Lord makes the men the teachers. You women are keepers at home, learning silent from your husband. Teach your children and teach other women, but not via the internet. Not in the public eye. Within a home space, because we coming in them times where seven women gonna join the one man, and you have brothers that already got women that know the truth, which means that y'all got a responsibility, because y'all only way of making it out of here, just like the men, is by being righteous. Any woman that want to be wicked on this side and think that she finna get up out of here, gonna die in this land with these people, because the men don't have to tolerate that. Go get a woman that want to know the truth, that want to live by the understanding of the gospel. you know, which includes condemning the music. Understanding the music, not being deceived by Satan. It's called the depths of Satan. This music goes back to witchcraft. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this down, what they mean by the punch in method. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but this is what the rappers do. Hence the reason why people are becoming mind controlled by it and thinking it's awesome and cool. I'm gonna get into that stuff. So
I think a lot of people picture like modern rappers who really just like pen and paper in the studio, writing down their raps, figuring it out, scratching it out, changing it.
Yeah, no. We stopped writing a long time ago. Not many people write.
And with that being said, we know our people are talented and they know how to write. They know how to put things together. Poetry, rap, things like that. They become very good at it. But it's a lot of these rappers that actually worship demons, and the demons give them that power to write or to rap, how they rapping, to where they program people. All that has been orchestrated by spirits and witchcraft and magic, all the way at the highest level. You know, selling your soul to Satan just doesn't mean you don't help your people because you're part of the Illuminati. It doesn't mean that you make these raps and it destroys your people, while you skate away. No, it has a lot to do with witchcraft. It has a lot to do with you keeping people from knowing who they are according to the Bible. It has a lot to do with them helping bringing in that new world order agenda. See, it's deep. It's deep. It has a lot to do with Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, not just the white man, wanting to kill off as many people as he can. Uh, 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 um, Basically as many people as he can. Before his time is over, because Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, is on the left hand side of the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, and the white man answers to Satan. So the white man know that in the kingdom of heaven he ain't got nothing coming but slavery. So he's trying to take out a lot of people with him. And that's why these niggas is helping aid in that agenda. It's deeper than just not helping your people and making raps and movies that destroy your people. It goes deeper than that.
Back in the day when people were just using tape, you just had one take. So everybody had to be on point.
It used to be a time before the 24 track, for instance. If a singer went in, you had to sing that top to bottom, baby. You had to have it figured out.
Most music up until about 20 years ago was always recorded on tape. It's more of a process. It's a lot more laborious, a little bit more tedious.
I've watched Tupac giving a speech. Hey, we have 2 hours of studio time. Come here, people.
We don't have time or the luxury to spend all of this time doing one song. We don't have it.
Fast forward a little bit. Word starts to spread, mid to late 90s that Jay doesn't actually write any of his rhymes down.
I mean, so you literally come in the studio and then formulate sentences in your head.
Yeah.
And then spit it to that beat.
Yeah.
And you never write down the lyrics.
Never.
Which leads to other rappers wanting to do the same thing.
I found out that Jay wasn't writing. I didn't want to ever see a pen or paper again.
He has class, first in the lunch line. My lunch ticket let me eat rappers at lunch.
What I know is when you see your hero can jump 7 feet, it makes you want to jump 8.
50 bands on me, 10 out of 10. You telling me you falling out of love with me?
I came up out the trenches, then I had...
Problem is that not all of them are as great or as capable of doing it.
Yeah. Turn me up in my ear. I'm leaving that body. I bet this break catching body. I bet this break catching body.
God, you ever write rap style?
Hell no.
That's no pen, no pad. They're just going in and punching in.
Punch method.
Punching recording.
Punching 3 more bars.
I ain't never wrote raps. I just be rapping.
Do you write or you punch in? I punch in. I don't write.
Today, Pro Tools is essentially like the pen and paper.
And that's where it becomes this different type of art form.
It's improvisational versus writing the stand-up piece. You know what I mean?
It's like freehand versus tracing.
Oh, okay.
Keep that part from me. Just punch me in. Hello, like red snake. Love it, I'm a made man. My name's Moody Hand Red Bronson.
The artist might not really have the song.
See how they gotta do that shit in the dark? That's all going into possession. What are you rapping in the dark for? The darkness represents what? Demons, ill will, murder. Same thing with black being characterized. Spirits, all the scary movies, everything happening in the dark. All of that is going under that same vibration, man. Man, what was I gonna say again? And see how you just mumble a bunch of gibberish. Demons and shit do that. The demons have their own language. If you look that stuff up, but I'm not gonna go too far into that. But the demons have their own little language, which is just evil angels on the left-hand side. All of it's been orchestrated by the Lord, man. The Lord controls all of that. Satan doesn't have no real power, by the way. But yeah, that's why you got these guys' eyes turning black. When they rap, they be under possession, but they be doing so many drugs, drinking, opens their spirit up. That's what the drugs is for. Drugs stem from pharmacy from the Latin pharmakia, which means magic, witchcraft potions. They mix various herbs with various chemicals and alters your mind and opens you up to the spirit world. That's what's going on when you're up under these drugs and things like that. That's why they got Jake hooked on drugs,
Written, but they're not necessarily freestyling in the traditional sense where they're just going in and saying the first thing that comes to mind and they're doing that for 4 minutes straight.
You run that one more time? I'm trying to think of
Punching in like saying one bar at a time.
I got these resin can't fold in the wallet and making the peasant. I got these resin can't fit in the wallet. I'm stacking a bigger deposit.
Definitely one line at a time.
Hit the store and don't leave dead bodies. Hit the store and don't leave dead bodies. Hit the mall and don't leave dead bodies. Hit the store and don't leave dead bodies.
Then you say the net bar. Then you say the bar there.
And that's basically like a chant. That's all that is. Jake and them don't even be understanding it. And a lot of them do understand that they be under possession, but that's basically like a chant, man.
And you play it all together, you sound like a whole sentence.
I got these resin can't fit in the wallet. I'm stacking a bigger deposit. Hit the store and don't leave dead bodies. Book a fly and get high and high.
They're using punching in as a way to create their rhymes as opposed to a way to correct their rhymes. it's I feel it's really just a generational thing.
But you don't think you could end
Um, the music, also, on the witchcraft side about it, when they be using them little words, push out a low frequency, a low vibration. Everything is ran off energies. It dumbs you down. It puts a sexual spirit on you. That's part of the witchcraft aspect. So, that's why Jake and them be chanting and the demonic possession. They ain't even read, they ain't even studying no words and dictionaries to change their frequency. A lot of people might do it on the way going in, but eventually stop doing it, especially when you become a part of that world, and be hooked on drugs and things like that. The vast majority of them not doing not doing that and under that demonic ass vibration. Well, all of them are under demonic vibration, but the mass majority of them are not like reading dictionaries and studying words and trying to keep their frequency high. And the ones that are doing it still under the demonic possession vibration. So, all right, this is a chant from Google. Say or shout repeatedly in a sing-song tone. What is spiritual chant? Sacred chanting is the rhythmic repetition of spiritual sounds, words, or phrases, often rooted in ancient languages like Sanskrit, Pali, Hebrew, or Latin. So it's a chant, it's basically a repetition of words. A repeated rhythmic phrase, typically one shouted or sung in unison by a crowd. Hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. A chant is a noun in etymology.com. 1670s, a song, especially one slow, monotonous, from chant. Okay, I'm gonna jump. It says from Latin, cantus, meaning song, a singing, bird song from past participle, stem of canere, meaning a Gregorian melody, usually of medieval origin, is from 1789, meaning monotonous recitation of words is from 1815, right? So monotonous recitation or recitation of words. Monotonous. This is on Google.com. Dull, tedious, and repetitious, lacking in variety and interest. Of a sound or utterance, lacking in variation in tone or pitch. Basically, what he just did. Recitation or recite. Let me see. Recitation, the action of repeating something aloud from memory. Remember, they don't write nothing down as they going off what's in their mind, their memory. Damn. Give me a second, Slocky. All right, this is and I'm gonna try to rephrase it in a minute to see if they bring up something different. But this is demonic chant words. Demonic chants often use Latin phrases, sometimes with made up or nonsensical words. What the previous guy was doing. Nothing he said made sense. He was just rambling on and may incorporate themes of darkness, power, and summoning. Specific words or phrases depend on the context of the ritual or summoning. See, they do these things to be a demonic worship under possession when they doing rituals in the music industry, and then they pass these same demons and these same spirits down to the people and help summon demons and put these spirits and them demons on people that cause them commit murder. That's why he was chanting what he was chanting. Specific words or phrases depend on the context of the ritual or summoning. Some examples include phrases from the hymn to Satan or incantations for summoning demons. Let me look up this word incantation. Incantation is from Google.com. A series of words said as a magic spell or charm. Remember with these rappers, and this is some old information. I can't remember if this was from Industry Exposed or it's another thing called man, what is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Behind the music, there's things being chanted, different meanings, things being put into your subconscious. Because your subconscious is catching it, and you end up because you acting that stuff out. You open yourself up to the spirit world. Um, it's on the tip of my tongue. Subliminal messages. No, subliminal messages. I think that goes into it too, but it's something else. When I figure it out, because I might be hitting towards it with that subliminal message thing. But yeah, yeah. The use of words is a magic spell. They send the musics and the records to to the witches and warlocks, and they chant over it, and it puts spells on people. That's why everybody all of a sudden talking about singing these rap lyrics and acting them out. Bear with me. Dang, Satan just took what I had up. All right, demonic chants on Google.com. So they brought something totally different up from what I looked into the first time. Demonic chants typically refers to vocalizations. Let's look up this word vocalization. Define a sound or word produced by the voice. The action or process of changing a consonant to a semi-vowel or vowel. Voiceless consonants are those which are produced without vocalization. Okay. Uh-oh, so you took it down again. All right, this is demonic chants. Typically refers to vocalizations believed to be associated with demonic entities or rituals, often involving dark or evil themes, and that's what the industry consists of. What's a theme? A theme is in general, themes refer to a central idea, topic, or message that recurs in a piece of work, whether it's a story, a song, or even a website, right? Themes can be universal concepts like love, loss, or good versus evil, or they can be more specific to a particular culture or context, right? And that's what rap consists of. All right, it says they can be found in various contexts. This is back to demonic chants. Various contexts, including religious practices, fictional works, and popular culture. Some individuals associate specific chants with demonic influence or possession, rap music, while others view them as a form of artistic expression. That's what they claim them to be, or a way to explore dark themes. Uh, yeah. Yeah. 1 second. All right, yeah, no, that's it. Go ahead and grab a few precepts. Revelation chapter 2, verse 21, 24. But unto you I say, and unto the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine, and which have not known the depths of Satan. Right, so it's imperative that you understand what I'm speaking of, because this is part of the doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai. What I'm teaching you and how they deceiving you into worshiping the devil, which is an idol, which is going to get you destroyed. It's gonna save you if you notice, and it's gonna get those destroyed that don't notice or don't care to know. But that's part of the depths of Satan. He goes deep, man. It says, "And which have not known the depths of Satan," it's all witchcraft. "As they speak, I will put upon you none other burden." And you see, I'm just going into words right now. I haven't even went into nothing that's on this page yet. You know, So you gotta put your spirit and your mind into learning this understanding of the truth instead of being out there doing whatever you're doing that's outside of the gospel. Jake and them love the club on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They go to that witchcraft church, and then some people club on Sunday. You know, if you got money, Jake them partying all week for a month straight before they go into relax mode. You know, depends on what if they got money or not. You know, they doing everything but come to the Lord, man. This next precept is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which is the word, the Bible, that you may be able to stand against the wiles meaning the tricks of the devil. This is a trick. They tricking the people with this rap stuff. Once you get into them levels under the Masonic orders, dealing with the demons and the spirits, that's when they open up everything, a lot of it to you. But you be deceived into going into that route, man. You know, the devil is the deceiver. The wiles is a trick. Jake them get tricked into going into that way, man. They get tricked into believing that they can do whatever they want to do, be whatever they want to be, worship whatever they want to worship. This white man is the devil, man. The scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who's ruling the world? White people. They're the wicked. After the doctrine of Satan. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. See, it ain't the people, but against principalities. It's the spirits that's on these people. He got leprosy in his hair. These guys that be in the industry is homosexual. I'm talking about Jake, the black man, so-called black man. Uh, uh, Adam 22, he under the demonic order. He dealing witchcraft also. How do I know? From studying witchcraft. It's called spiritual discernment. The Lord gives you that spiritual discernment once you study these scriptures, and then you look at the world and you bring it to life by studying their doctrines and things like that. The Lord opened it right up to you. On top of he being used to set Jacob. How does he set Jacob? Like an informant dealing with the feds. Jacob telling all their business, and the feds is putting pieces together on top of the witchcraft being involved. That's why they supposed to be. That's why you Negroes, Latin, Native Americans, supposed to be doing the work, the Bible, teaching, all holy conversation, man, woman, boy, and child. Because this world is a setup to get you destroyed. But that's how the Lord wanted to be. Because the Lord got certain people that He's trying to save and deliver when the time of destruction comes, and He's got certain people that He's trying to kill off. So He's doing His job just as well as Jacob doing their job for selling out and partaking in this rat BS. But it says, Ephesians 6 and 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, that's the elites, against spiritual wickedness in high places, that's the witchcraft. The elites that run America are white men under the Illuminati, under the vibration, the doctrine, the teachings of the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side of the Lord, man. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. Because we in the evil day. The armor is the word. You have to know what I'm teaching you to protect yourself from it, so that you can be saved. Which means you got a lot of work to do. And having done all to stand, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the right. It says, your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. It's the gospel of peace between you and the Lord. Because if you're not one of the Lord's, you're one of Satan's. And the Lord going to destroy all that Satan has influenced. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to Quench meaning to put out all the fiery darts. This is a fiery dart what I'm breaking down to you of the wicked. You have to know how to rebuke this demon. This is a demon spirit that they try to put on people. You rebuke that by knowing the truth, and which makes you not become a part of it, which means you not going to be up under the mind control of the white man, of Satan. But it's the white man that's pushing it out. Esau, according to the Bible. Verse 17, it take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word. Right, the sword of the Spirit, the word. You need the word, the understanding of the gospel. And you only going to be saved when the Lord delivers you in these times from the coming destruction by way the nuclear missiles, ultimately, the nuclear missiles, by way of so-called UFO. Other than that, you're not saved. And that's a cut to the Christian church. You're not saved until you get beamed up in the UFO and delivered from the nuclear missiles that's going to hit this place. You've been watching news media. Everybody know by now. China want to nuke America. Like Pakistan said something about nukes just a couple days ago. North Korea, Iran, Russia, all these nations who work hand in hand under the same banner to come up against what they call the Western culture, the U.S., all want to destroy America by thermonuclear missiles. So how are you going to escape that? Poor black man that want to rap, poor black woman, girl that want to rap.
End up with something better if you sometimes wrote some stuff.
No.
It's just not for you.
Nope. That. Rap has grown. Rap has evolved.
They don't write because they be under possession. You miss.